Do your drawers look something like this? And as a result, are you always struggling to find that one kitchen utensil, pen, tool, etc.? If this is you, I wanted to make a quick video on how to get more organized using a popular 3D printed system called Gridfinity. While I normally make content related to woodworking, today I wanted to offer a video for a more general audience that either owns or is thinking about purchasing a 3D printer. This video is going to go kind of fast, so if you need to, feel free to slow down the speed to keep up. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is hop into your web browser and install Fusion 360. You're going to see all kinds of dollar signs that make it seem like it's going to cost you a bunch of money, but I promise you it's free, and it can be free for you indefinitely. Once that's installed, we're going to head over to the Autodesk App Store to install the Gridfinity Generator plugin, also free. You'll want to choose your operating system, then, once downloaded, install the plugin. On Windows, you may get a pop-up to prevent you from running the installer. It's okay, I promise you this isn't a virus, you'll just want to click Run anyways. And now you can boot up Fusion, and you'll see these bins and grids in the Create menu. Click on the bin icon and a menu pops up to configure your bin. We're going to focus on the bin width X, bin length Y, and bin height Z only for now, but there are some other cool features to this tool you might want to check out at a later date. To generate our first bin, let's take a look at these pens. I actually have a metric tape measure for these kinds of scenarios, which I'll link in the description, but you could always use an imperial tape measure and convert using Google. Anyways, these pens are around 140 millimeters in length, so I'll create a bin that will be able to fit them. We check that right here by adjusting our X and Y value and checking against the width and the length. Additionally, I took a measurement of the drawer height so we can figure out a good Z height. From there, simply click OK and you'll have a bin generated that meets your needs. Now we need to get this bin over to our slicer. To do so, click Utilities, 3D Print, or alternatively, File, 3D Print. Make sure the preparation type is Export, select your object if you haven't already by clicking on it, and press OK to save it. I like to use the STL format, but 3MF is also okay. Now, find your file and drag it into the slicer. Make any changes there, perform the slice, then send it off to the printer as you normally would. For the grid, you may have seen an option in Fusion 360 to create that. And while that is a useful feature, we're not going to use that for our drawer. Instead, we're going to head back into our browser and head over to Maker World, where the user Too Many Things has created this really cool interlocking auto-generated grid design called grips. Navigate to this page and click Customize for either 3MF or STL as your preference. I have a Bamboo Labs printer, so I'll be doing the 3MF. Enter the dimensions you took from your drawer. I like to use exact dimensions, then add the 2mm of clearance as the creator suggests. But in my experience, you could probably get away with 1mm of clearance. Click Generate, and a grid is automatically created with extra spacers around the perimeter to keep it from sliding around in the drawer. If you don't have a Bamboo Labs printer, the really cool thing about grips is that under the Advanced tab, you can set a different build plate size based on your printer. Now you'll want to download these objects. Once downloaded, they should load into your slicer on different build plates. If you notice some of the grids could fit on the same build plate, I like to move them onto that same plate like so. Before we move on, I want to note that we can create a grid in Fusion that mirrors this generated configuration as a means to figure out the orientation of our bins, if that's something that you'd like to do. Generate the grid by counting the spaces in the generated grid from grips. Then we can add in bins and attach them to the grid. I do this by using the joint tool in Fusion. With a bin already created, we can duplicate it by copying and pasting, then dragging it out of the way by selecting the centermost point you see here. To rotate around a part like you see me doing here, hold Shift and click in on your mouse's scroll wheel. Then select the joint tool either via the Assemble menu or by pressing J on your keyboard. Then click on this section of the bin. The order in which you select your objects matters, so make sure you're first selecting the bin. Then click on this section of the grid and press OK. If you want to create a new bin, do that, then I find it easiest to select it in this side panel, then click and drag it off to the side. Again, use the joint tool to connect the bin to the grid. Anyways, we can use this to find an orientation that we like, making it easier to optimize the space for what we'll be putting in our drawers. Now, you can export all these bins as needed. Then it's as simple as printing your build plates and bins via the slicer. Once those are done printing, we can install everything in the drawers and voila! Completely customized organization that can be adjusted to fit any of your future needs. I hope you found this video useful, and if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Take care.